everybody that is returning, and those of you that are new, welcome to this platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to do a reading for you guys. Welcome, everybody coming into the chat. Happy Saturday. I love the mushroom emoji. Adorable. Welcome in Nissa Ray, Shaman Maria, Night Drive Watch, Baywatch. That's a long name, but I like it. Thank you so much. You're awesome. And Girl Gone, Duffner, I hope you're having a good day. You found out shamans use drums and bells too. Absolutely. The shaman drum is like one of the most important things in shamanism because the beat of the drum will put you in a trance, and then you can start to go across the different realms. So yeah. This is more of a voodoo drum, but I got this at Ross. I know, sounds crazy, right? This is more of a voodoo drum. Yeah, it was $9.99. This is more of a voodoo drum. I put my own veve on here, but the Native American drum is it's a different shape. It's one that you hold like that. It's kind of like this. This one needs to be tightened though. If your drum skin ever gets loose, you can use a blow dryer on it, and you just basically take the blow dryer, you put it on hot, and you put it all over, all the hot air all over the skin, and then it will actually tighten the skin, because right now it needs to be tightened. But this is more of a Native American drum. So anyways, it's kind of some different energy. Again, that one needs to be tightened, but let's see. I know somebody that has a smaller drum, and it's basically got a painting on it of a turtle, and it is so freaking cute. Oh, you played the Japanese drum in the 6th grade. Wow. I have never heard of the Japanese drum. I have no idea what that sounds like. So that is cool. I played the clarinet in school for a little while, but I really was not like musically inclined in school. I was like, nah, but they made us pick an instrument. I chose the clarinet. If I could go back, I would probably choose the drums, to be honest. So I hope everybody's having an awesome day. God bless you all. Okay, so we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're asking that the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, and our spirit guides, our ancestors, and the archangels. We ask that they come be with us now and put a protective cloak around us, shielding us from all negativity or anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, highest truth, highest knowledge, and highest wisdom to be granted to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your personal favor, Most High, please continue to bless us and keep us safe and protect us, and please continue to prosper us. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude and thanks. And all glory and praise and worship goes to you, God. Amen. Okay, so, and thank you, God, for this platform. Thank you for the people that I get to socialize with on this platform. And thank you for all of your donations, you guys. Thank you for all of the support. Oh, you posted your hand drum shaman horse painted with a zebra on Halloween with codes. Nice. I love that. You play classical piano. Wow. See, piano is a little bit more advanced than the drums, but I like it. I like it. Yeah. Piano would probably be another one I would think about doing. I just know instruments where I have to blow into it. I did not like that part. Wow. Yeah. Instruments are so therapeutic. Seriously. Sound is such a cleansing. Like, it's such a cleanser. The crystal bowls, when I'm playing them, I feel my chakras just go woo, 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 and then it like releases whatever's attached to it. So I love doing that at the beginning now. It's almost like sound builds a shield against anything that would try to come in that would be negative. So yeah. Oh yeah, get a keyboard. Well, you know what? I do have a keyboard. And I played on it before. No, it's a synthesizer. It's a synthesizer keyboard. But yeah, I have never learned actually how to play the piano by notes, which I think probably takes a pretty long time. We do have a neighbor that one of the neighbor girls, every time we take our walk by her house, we can hear, like, it must be at the same time every day because she's got a piano lesson going and she's getting pretty good. So I love the kids in my neighborhood. They are the most adorable children. Seriously. Oh my God. They have these little dirt bikes and stuff. Like, I call my road ATV road because everybody that lives around here either has a boat, a um, dirt bike, and it is so cute. It's so cute. These little kids ride their little ATVs on the road and on the streets, and so everybody has to be really careful, but it's adorable. Watch big movie, leave chopsticks in heart and soul. Nice. Okay, so we okay, the contract. So by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes no copyright, no gatekeep, no shadow banning, no evil eye, no voodoo, no witchcraft, no hoodoo. Okay, so last night, I'm going to type in the name of the meditation I did. Let me just search it really quick. I did this meditation to remove black magic. I open my pen and who is there? Or I open my phone and who is there but Pennywise. For whatever reason, I'm not for sure. So anyways, that may be significant to somebody. Okay. Oops. Oh, Nobel. Hopefully. See, I've been spelling his name wrong. Dang it. Okay, it's Nobel, not Noble. Okay, Steve Nobel. Okay. Okay, so his meditation is called Higher Light Decree. Yeah, removing black magic. Now, when I did this meditation, okay, I had been having sciatica pain for a little while, but when I did like a couple weeks, I thought it was Mercury retrograde energy. But when I did this meditation last night, I realized that there was so many different things with black magic that I did not know about it. And in the higher light decree, it basically goes through rebuking and revoking and stating that we're a sovereign being of light, and basically that any black magic from any lifetime. I suggest that you guys do this meditation. It greatly helped me, and it helped me become aware of things that are associated with black magic that I had no idea were associated with black magic. I mean, I never had heard of them before, but as I'm doing the meditation, spirit's coming through and clearing the energy. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that stuff could have actually been affecting me. So needless to say, when it comes to black magic, if you've got a candle, you can always do a return to sender. But if it becomes too much, like what I was going through was like too many people trying to latch on to me doing one of the meditations. You have a few of his meditations. Wow. Yeah. He's so great. He's so good. He's just got really good energy. So anytime he comes out with a new meditation, I am like on it. I'm like, I will do that tonight. It just really excites me. So I was really happy to be relieved of the sciatica pain. And of course, part of it has to do with cracking your back, stretching, all that stuff. But there's obviously a physical side to everything, just like there's a spiritual side, but there is spiritual behind the physical. So what I figured out is that somebody was trying to walk in my shoes, and it was affecting my feet, the way I was able to hold my weight, everything basically. So that black magic meditation, it starts off by calling in the archangels, the horizontal angels and the vertical. So it puts a shield of protection around you. And then it calls upon, more of your spiritual team of highest light and resonance and stuff like that. And I've just had profound experiences working with his meditations. And so he's really good. His stuff doesn't have like ads in it and everything like that, so you can get through the meditation. And if you're struggling with meditation, I suggest going to Steve Noble and starting with angel meditations. Just do one a day. You don't have to do more than one. Like, a lot of people think that meditation, you have to be sitting there for like an hour, but you really don't. Once you get to the frequency or the vibration that you need to be, that's why this book is so important. Because when you connect with the Most High God and you connect with your higher self, you're not looking from the ego looking up anymore. You're up here from the God consciousness looking down, right? And so it changes the perspective of everything. So that's where we want to be. And with the situation that I don't know, I don't think Kels the Ghost is going to show up today, but with the situation with Ball yesterday, I think it was yesterday, that shit, like when we worked on it, well, when I worked on it, it was not, no, Ball was awakened. It was not taken care of. And so, I was talking with the psychic that I work with about higher dimensional beings and how Sage and Palo Santo will work for disembodied spirits, ghosts, deceased people who have not crossed over, negative entities, which are people who have not crossed over who turn negative. But as far as and now Ball is one of the highest, like a very highly ranked, very highly powerful demon. Okay. It's not no like Corazon. It's not like no lower ranking demon. And I don't mean to laugh at that, but they do have ranks. And so Sage and Palo Santo is probably not going to work for those higher, really high ranking demons that just hold a lot of power, that were worshipped as gods in the past. So what we discovered was that basically when I do speak to Kels the Ghost again, I still want them to cleanse the house. But if they get this book, this was basically the only answer we could come up with, because I think it takes devoting part of your life every day to spirituality. Okay. I think that's what it's going to take for them to get rid of that entity. And so maybe, I was thinking maybe God is allowing this stuff to occur because that situation, they have attracted multiple demonic situations. Like, and they're not doing black magic or anything. It's like they're in the music industry, but they're attracting these demonic situations. And we got that, yes. And unless somebody goes within and clears the issue within themselves, they're going to just keep drawing more of that same experience. That's why developing these techniques, using these practices are so good. And it's just a starting point for people. This book is not going to be for everybody, but for those that want to literally create a spiritual connection, a personal spiritual connection with the Most High God, and develop, techniques basically for spirituality, that's going to be the greatest tool to help. Other than that, when you're dealing with these high demons, like demonic forces and principalities, Sage and Palo Santo is not going to be enough. I mean, you could do anything in the external world to the full extent, but if you don't take care of the internal world, then that situation will recreate itself. So I just wanted to, I'm not like trying to talk about that client without them here. I will tell them all this, but I wanted to teach you guys because it was a learning experience for me yesterday that obviously if you're not very spiritual and you don't create a spiritual practice, then you're keeping an open door to lower vibrational energies. And that's not to put anybody in fear. It's just when you get on your spiritual journey, you have the opportunity to resolve thoughts and beliefs that are no longer serving you, and some people, it's easy for them to just let go of things. And some people, the subconscious brain, I mean, we don't know what's going on back there. And most of the subconscious is what's creating our reality. So when you have that ability to use the mind technique to question yourself, like, is this belief actually serving me? I can promise you the sun's going to rise tomorrow, whether we believe it or not. So beliefs are traps. They're basically traps. And so, yeah, you don't have to believe anything for it to still be a powerful creator. So I just wanted to tell everybody that, it's everything's like I'm learning as everybody else is learning. I'm also learning. So, I don't fuck with high ranking demons like that. Like they don't have a problem with me. I don't have a problem with them. But for some people, people have a problem with demons. So yeah, with me, they have to be really Like they're like it is one of my spirit guides. I have a lot of very dark spirit guides. And so when I went through my awakening in 2012, my gifts have always been really strong, but then they became even stronger, and I was seeing things just everywhere. And I was mistaking my spirit guides for demonic entities because some of them are demonic entities. So, anyways, just weird. I was really afraid for a long time till I figured out that they love me and that they are not there to hurt me. They're there to protect me. So, interesting how it makes me realize that they're really the only evil is the evil that we create within our minds. I think that the energy of envy and jealousy are probably the things that spark the most evil in people. And I feel like when you're dealing with somebody who's envious, you're dealing with somebody who's basically triggered. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, how to deal with envy. Because envy's a little bit, jealousy is a little bit different than envy. Jealousy is like, I want what you have and I hate you for having it. That's what jealousy is like. Envy is like a feeling of discontent or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possessions, qualities, or luck. So you could make somebody envy. You could be as poor as I don't know, as poor as a prophet was what was going to come out. You could be as poor as like well, I'm not saying you're poor, but this is just an example. You could look at your life like, I don't have a lot of money, I don't have a lot of this, I don't have that, and somebody could still be jealous of you. Wow, my ear just started ringing. So this is a major download. Somebody could still be jealous of you just because of the way you look, the way you sound, your aura. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a physical possession that you have that somebody is jealous of. Okay. So when we're talking about envy, yeah, and you're dealing with envy and jealousy, but I get more of it's envy. It's all sparked from envy. When we talk about envy, it's somebody else's longing because they feel like they are not enough. It's a self-worth issue. Anytime you're dealing with envy, it's a self-worth issue. So knowing that, it's not like we try to purposely make people envious. I don't think that's your guys' intent. That's definitely not my intent. I don't think about that ever. And so, I mean, if I were to get something new, I would probably hide it. I'm not really flashy person, so I feel like I shouldn't be attracting that much envy, but people are definitely strange, you guys. This person is very envious of you. They were telling people that you guys are fakes. This person's being haunted for protesting your destiny. Like literally, they were trying to basically debunk you as being a prophet. And that is some shit that you do not do to people. When people say, for me, if somebody says that they're connected to God and the Holy Spirit, I can usually tell if they are, if they aren't. If they aren't, I'm not going to say nothing to that person about it. You know what I mean? Because they could be connecting to a higher dimensional being. And like I was saying, when you're dealing with higher dimensional beings, okay, which yes, demons are higher dimensional beings, not the low demons, but the higher ones. When you're dealing with those types of energies, things like sage and shit is not going to work. But when you're dealing with human low vibrational energy just on its own, yes, sage and Palo Santo, all of that will work. So when we're talking about having to cleanse out envy, we're making sure we're going within and making sure there's no envy within us and then on the outside of us as well. And cleansing the environment. This is why I suggest that people get the blue Turkish evil eye, have it somewhere in your house. It doesn't have to be up where people can see it if you don't want it to be. Just make sure you have it blessed and you have it in your house. That will deter a lot of envy from you. Because a lot of the evil eye is casted by people that do not know that they can send the evil eye. To be honest, that's literally what a lot of envy is. 5. So we're going to see what this situation's about when it comes to people being envious of you guys. And we're going to see how spirit wants us to address envious people. And then what would be the healing thing. I think the affirmation to counteract envy would be, I already have everything that I want and need within me. The Hermit. So somebody is definitely envious that you are not. It's like this person, does not live their life in hermit mode. They're always out and about. You guys have definitely been in hermit mode. This person's envious that you can go within and solve your problems, and they can't. And so, to furthermore, what I was talking about with the psychic is that sometimes people will be ready to address their issues. And sometimes the problem will seem like it's too much. I remember when you put a stone in your living room, post it with codes. Nice. There you go. An evil eye protection one. So yeah, it's like when people are not ready to confront their demons, okay, whether it's ball or whatever else, or I consider envy to be a demonic force. When they're not ready to confront that which is going on inside of them, they can do anything in the outside world to try to change it, but what's going on inside may not become resolved that way. That's why going within is so important. So, you're dealing with somebody that cannot go within. They're scared of themselves, and they're scared of like anything that's spiritual. This person it's ironic that they're afraid of things that are spiritual because they've done a lot of dark spiritual practices. This person sees you thriving. This person sees you able to go within, resolve the issue, and move forward. And so this person's like, wow, every time I send witchcraft at them, all this person does is go within, defend themselves, and then nothing ever comes of it. Yeah, when you learn to go within, you tap into your higher self and you start healing. You're taking the ball and putting it in your court, and you're keeping it in your court. You're ain't giving it to nobody else, right? So just be aware that that is probably the most powerful thing. It's the best thing we can do is work on our interdimensional self, because then that will reflect on the outside of us. And that's just kind of how the human creation works. I don't know if extraterrestrials have to go within. I would hope they would go within and use their intuition. But we're going to see a lot of changes coming when it comes to envious people dropping away from your guys' energy. Look at this, because they've got to walk away from whatever this, like, due to the fact that you go within and you find that inner light and you heal. This is why I'm so proud of you, Shaman Maria. I'm so proud of you guys, Girl Gone. I'm so proud of you guys, all of you. Nurkrim or Nissa Ray. It's not Nurkrim today. And Night Watch, Baywatch. Yeah, I'm really proud of you guys, because you guys have been going within, and it looks like you're resolving whatever the issue is. Even if it doesn't stem from you, anything in your creation that's going on that makes you feel uncomfortable, I want you to get this book, use the mind technique on. That's what I do with my life. If there's anything that comes up, I go, what was I just thinking? What was I just doing? What was I just talking about? Last night I was watching these because I was just bored, but I was watching these, what are they called? They're like celebrity gossip things. And for some reason it was triggering a self-worth issues. And I was like, what is going on? Like, I don't envy these celebrities. What is this? And I found out that I had a belief that there were things that I wanted to experience that I wasn't able to experience, or something like really vague like that. You did get the book and post it to read. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that is really going to help you. So like literally I had to like take some time to lay down, because I didn't know that the issue had triggered my self-worth. And then it was building, and I was like, okay, what am I thinking? What am I believing? And then I was able to actually find the belief and get rid of it. So things started to get better. But they would not have gotten better for a couple of days. And, what I was watching, I feel almost disgusted with the celebrity stories. Like, I think the one that triggered me was listening to Katy Perry about her, how she is like the worst landlord in the world. She literally bought a literal, not a nursing home, but a nunnery. Like, this is so weird, you guys. She bought a nunnery and made these nuns homeless. And then one of the nuns died in court while she was trying to sue them, like, for the property. And now that she's done that, and I know that sounds real weird, but just Google it. It's real. Now that she's done that, she's back in court. And this other guy, she's trying to get his house. She like goes, when people don't pay their taxes or they can't pay their mortgage, she goes and buys their houses. That's what she's doing. But anyways, this old man is trying to die in peace, and she is dragging him through the legal system, trying to extort money out of him after she already kicked him out of his house where he wanted to die. and took his home from him. So it's just like, what in the fuck? Like, I'm honestly, if that's what she's, the type of shit she's on, doing that to people, to elderly people, what the fuck? Literally, no wonder Orlando Bloom left her ass. I mean, I could never be around somebody that was like that. Like, literally, I would be like, yo, you already got the property. That was what you said you wanted. You don't have to take this old man who's dying of cancer back to court and string it out for the rest of his fucking life. Like, what the hell? That is not okay to do to somebody, especially when she knows that that person doesn't have the money to pay her $5 million or whatever, like ridiculous shit. And the fact that she keeps winning in court makes me think that she's bribing people. So I think that was it. Yep, that was the issue. I had a big problem with that. And I was just like, why are these people the ones that seemingly are favored, basically, and they're doing shit like that? I mean, that's unbelievable. 4. So look, somebody is trying to, they want to establish a foundation off of your hard work. This is never going to happen. That's like giving me that Katy Perry vibes, like wanting to establish a foundation off of somebody else's suffering or their hard work is not okay. You don't owe this person anything. All right. For some of you, this is going to be a family member. For some of you, it's going to be a distant friend. For some of you, it's going to be an ex. Queen of Wands. Whoever this person is, she's very envious. She's having to walk away from trying to put you, like she was trying to latch onto your chakras. This person was trying to drain you for money, literally. And I think you've known about this person. Oh, you hear the frog outside? Yeah, the frog is croak, croak, ribbit, ribbit, literally talking about this Queen of Wands and how this person has tried to use everything in their power to take something from you, but because they were not the ones that gave you, this gift, I do feel like it's a spiritual gift. I also feel like it's just you. Anytime you smile, this person, when they see you smile, they lose their fucking shit. They feel like the world is ending. Like, oh, that bitch had a good day. It's like, yo, relax, calm down. Okay. Ridiculous. So anyways, this person's got a lot of negative karma coming their way. They want to be a 9 of Pentacles. This person wants to be somebody who's single, self-sufficient, and can stand on their own. However, they are more of this earthly world, this physicalness. They're very vain in their heart. Not only in their mind, but in their heart, they're vain. And they don't care if other people have to suffer for them to get their needs met. And that is where God kind of draws a line saying that if you have to get your basic needs met, you're not looking to me, you're looking to this earthly world, and you decide that you're going to try to thrive off of other people's suffering. God's like, I'm going to show you that is not the way. That is not the way to redemption. That is not the way to salvation. That is not the way that you go about living life if you want to be blessed. And this person is pissed off because you're blessed and you're not stressed. And that is the truth. They're upset. And you know what gives me the greatest peace in life? Feeling that you guys get something out of what I'm doing and that you guys have the opportunity to live your life in peace. That makes me feel fulfilled. This person is the exact opposite. They feel like when you're at peace, that something they've done hasn't worked. They feel like it's not fair. Just real weird energy. This person could have been bringing, offerings to the crossroads. We were talking yesterday about how a whole coven. It's funny how I'm seeing energy link these cards together. It's like a thread. That's interesting. So it's funny how yesterday's reading was talking about somebody that thought that they were connecting with Hecate and they weren't. The whole coven was deceived. And I was talking with the other psychic about that. And we're like, yeah, that's why developing that joy versus anger technique in the book where you can ask yes and no questions and get an immediate response back. See, these people would have never, ever thought to ask when I was trying to summon so-and-so, did I get the right spirit? They didn't. Okay. This person keeps looking at your foundation and wondering why they can't create the same thing. This person could have tried to step into your shoes and walk in your shoes. This person's feet are too big. It's giving me like Cinderella shoe slipper vibes. 2, this person also thinks that they're going to use their feminine energy to control and manipulate other people sexually. Yeah. With the 3 of Swords, like get people to leave their marriages, just weird shit. Get people to walk away from the people that love them. This person is a heartbreaker, but there's nothing good about being a heartbreaker. It's somebody that goes kind of like how Ariana Grande only dates married men. And there's nothing, I'm not trying to diss her, but like she's a heartbreaker. She breaks people's hearts. That's not a good quality to have if you want to basically gain good karma, right? And so I know, because I was tricked into being with somebody who was married and had no idea that the person was married until like 6 months later. And he ended up I was like, you need to get divorced right fucking now. And he did, but still I was deceived. And I was hit with negative karma for that for like few years of negative experiences. So you just don't ever want to be taking things from people. Envy will cause other people to want to take things from you. Look, this is all about your foundation. Somebody is so pissed off that you are getting justice and that you're being heard. It's crazy. This Knight of Wands energy, this is somebody that the Queen of Wands sleeps with. They could be breaking up with this person or leaving them right now. Also, I feel like this Queen of Wands has lost so much weight. They're doing some type of glamour magic, and it's causing this person's like whole thing. The way they look is becoming very distorted. You may not even barely recognize this person if you were to see them today. This Knight of Wands is very attracted to whoever's in my collective. Yeah, these people are up under judgment. They're up under judgment because they were trying to frame you for something that they were guilty of. This person could have said, oh, they stole my man, they stole my woman, whatever. That's bullshit. No, you guys didn't. Sometimes it just says saying the stuff out loud to remind the universe that you are not at fault. See, the woman that was the wife of the person that I was with was pregnant with somebody else's baby living with another man. So that's why I didn't know that they were married. You know what I mean? So in that case, it kind of cancels out any negative karma or guilt or blame because both parties had moved on. However, this situation, you got one person wanting to move on and one person that doesn't want that person to move on. They want this person to leave, but leave ashamed. That's what the energy is. 2 of Pentacles. You're getting some good news. You may get some good news, like literally that a couple has been broken up from one another. I mean, I don't know why that would be good news. This is somebody that's got, a committed relationship. They were definitely, whoever this person is, there's a lot of like lusty eyes going on. This is all over your foundation because these people were not able to ultimately destroy you. That's what this is about. They're pissed off. Yeah, you cut these people off because you knew that they were on the fuck shit. Anytime you pick up that somebody is on some type of, playing games, basically, you want to just separate yourself from that because you guys don't deserve to have to go through anything that these people have tried to put you through, basically. So we're going to see what their envy has caused them to do. Obviously, it's causing arguments. These people are breaking up. They're having to walk away from persecuting you or prosecuting you. Yeah, 6 of Cups. These people could have had children together. This couple. This person's up under judgment because children are a blessing, you guys. Anytime you receive a child, whether it's a stepchild or giving birth to a child, that is a reward from the Most High God. How I know that is obvious. It's obvious, first of all. Secondly, it's obvious to pick up on. Secondly, Psalm 126, I believe, talks about, or it might be Psalm 127. It might be Psalm 127. It talks about how children are a blessing, how they're a reward from the Most High God. So this Queen of Wands has had children, with a Knight of Wands energy, not even somebody that's a King of Wands energy. She's just had children with this person. They were in a committed relationship, and these children, I get that, they could be like 10 years old or something. They may not be that little, but this person is up under judgment because they do not treat their child like the blessing that they are. These people look at their children always as like a dollar sign rather than an actual living being. And these people are not good parents. They're just not. They're raised just like these people are envious pieces of shit. They're raising children that will become the same. And I pray to God that that's not true, that these children have an opportunity to become something good. But what it feels like is that, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. When you have two bad seeds mingling, it's created this situation. These people were basically making fun of you behind the scenes. They could have been saying that the reason that you do have kids or don't have kids is because of something that you did, okay, with witchcraft, which is not true. Sometimes, okay, like, people just need to be responsible. For me, my family has suicidal problems. My birth family, they have suicide, they have alcoholism, drug abuse, all of these things. That for me, I could not in my right mind, with having struggled with mental health myself, I could never in my right mind have a child and bring a child into that. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't feel the need to have children. I raised a stepchild for almost 10 years and I loved every minute of it with being with her. And I still adore her to this day. Okay. I send her good vibes all the time. But, some people, like, when you make a decision like that, some people may get really envious of that. They may be really like, because they have children that they have to take care of. They see you without kids, they may feel a certain type of way, or they see you with kids, they may feel a certain type of way, especially if your children look more blessed than theirs. This Queen of Wands is like, how dare you have a child that is a star seed like you? Like, this person already doesn't like you because of your light, and then because basically your light gets passed on to your children. Obviously, everybody has the opportunity when they become a parent to do the right thing. I think that some people just, they don't care about being a parent, and that's part of their destiny. When you guys have children, being a parent is obviously part of your destiny. It's not something you can run away from and hide, even though some people choose to do that. It's not like God goes, okay, well, since you didn't want to be a mother and you ran away from that. Like, this is somebody that's already had kids. Since you don't want to be a mother and you want to dump these children on your parents all the time and run away from that, then, I'm not going to give you the reward of being a happy parent, basically. So when you're dealing with envy and it's being projected towards you and your unborn or your born children, now that's a problem. Okay, because this type of envy is never going to go away. When you're dealing with competitive people that want to compete with your bloodline, they can't. These people are bad seeds. They sowed bad seeds, so they're going to reap bad fruit. They're going to have bad apples that fall off of their tree, right? 10 of Swords. This person, these people are literally acting like they're a victim, that these children victimized these people. No, it is not the child's fault that the parent decides after giving birth to a child that they don't want to become a parent. Okay. And if you grew up in a house like this, I'm so sorry that you did. Just know that you are loved by God and God is your true parent. Okay. God is the one that's going to make sure that your soul is in eternal rest and eternal peace. Your mother and father, they can do a lot for you, but what they can't do is that, basically. And so this person, they're thinking like a victim. They're up under judgment. This person's got some type of DCFS case against them, and they're looking at you going like, well, my life would have been fine if collective never cut me off. Probably not. These people create their own reality. You're not over there opening their legs, closing their legs, you're not doing the stuff that they're doing. Like, you're not the cause of why this person's life is bad. So you may receive some news that these people have broken up. I feel like you would receive this news because one of these people want to come towards you with some type of bullshit offer. Do not accept anything from these people, because it'll put you in the 9 of Swords. And this is exactly where they're at. They want to exchange that good energy that you got with their bad energy. And these people, because they can't get out of bed, because they're, being restricted, they're having their children taken, they're looking at your life going, wow, I wish I would never made these mistakes. They consider their children to be a mistake, and that is completely inaccurate. Children, even if they have any type of retardation and disability, they're still a blessing. That's still a blessing and a reward from God. And to get to grow up to see your children thrive and live a happy life, that's probably the hopes and dreams of almost every parent, except for people like this. They feel you're dealing with people that don't want their children to be better than them. And these kids, have been neglected from a very young age. That's why they spend the most of the time with this person's parents. Okay. It would just be better if this person's parents adopted the children and let them live with them. But you never want to put your parents through shit like that when when they already spent their time raising you. You don't want them to feel like they have to raise another set of children that are not theirs, right? Even though some parents may step forward and be like, I'll take Susie and Joey for you. Don't worry about it. Just go home and get some rest. And I completely understand, like, Cardi B has just had a baby. She's got her mother at her house helping her. Obviously, that is a different situation than this situation where children are straight up being neglected. Cardi B, I don't think, is a neglectful parent. So what I'm getting is that we've got good examples of how to be parents and bad examples. We've got good examples of how to be people and bad examples. And we just have to learn from our own experiences. But knowing that this universal law stuff of abusing God's blessings, whether it's a spiritual gift, which children are a spiritual gift, but whether it's a psychic ability, a spiritual ability, or children itself, you never want to offend the Most High by mistreating a blessing, because that blessing could be stripped away. And that's what's happening to these people. They were envious of your blessings. They mistreated their blessings, and now their blessings are being taken from them. 5 of Swords. These people, when will they learn? They're always putting themselves first before their children. This is the type of man that is like I saw this video of this guy screaming at his wife, like, how dare you feed the child before me? Like, what? The children, obviously, if there's any food in the house at all, the children get the food. That's how I live. That's how I lived. It would never be like, oh, I need to feed. It's just disgusting how people behave. This 5 of Swords energy is talking about somebody trying to do something illegal or immoral. This could be why their children have been taken from them. They could have been trying to do something illegal towards you, and in the process of that, it was neglecting these kids. I feel like this person doesn't pick their children up from school. They really are not responsible. 6, somebody is after your money. They're after your lucky charms. They want to have what you got, because what you got is good. You've got stability, you've got growth, you've got inner wisdom, you have change, you have rapid advancement, and this person feels very, very slighted by your spiritual progression. And this divine light work that you're doing, that's inspiring the world to get into alignment, this is something that this person should be inspired from, but instead it intimidates them, because this Queen of Wands is like they wanted, for a part of their life, they wanted to be a mother, and that's what they took their pride in, but they never took care of their kids. It was just an outward facade. Now, all of a sudden, when they see you living your life, being free, working on this, light codes, it could be a book, it could be, oh, welcome in Brownie 343. It could be anything that you're working on, really, that's helping the world. But somebody sees this and they're like, well, why can't I do that? Why is that not my purpose? And they're not understanding that God gave them the blessing and reward of having children. That is part of their purpose. And then the other part, I do feel like this person could be a CNA, which is like it's like a nursing assistant type thing. Or they could be an RNA, which would be a nurse. This person's got some type of qualification or certification that gives them another purpose, how to help the public. This person's job is to raise their children and to help people get healthy in hospitals and to assist others that way. It's really not to be this innovative divine light worker that you are. That's not this person's purpose, okay? So they're feeling a certain type of way about that. All right. And this person has resorted to all different types of magic to try to push you out of your spot, but this person could never do what you do because they're not you. And this person feels like, well, why don't I have a big purpose? What are you talking about, sir, ma'am? Having children, that is a humongous purpose on this planet. That is raising the next generation of people who will then be taking care of us when we are old, right? So that's a huge job. Like, why would, anyways, you know, that's the way I feel about it. That's the way God's kind of showing me that it goes, is that when people don't value what they have, God will give them a reason to value what they have, you know? And so this person is having a very difficult time with seeing you grow and seeing you evolve and seeing you step into the light, step into your power. And this person knows that they can't come back. They know that they can't come back and that there's nothing that they can do to trick you into this person wants to be a part 50-50 of this Eight of Pentacles work that you're doing. That's what they want. 444. Good. Protection. Yeah, they want a part of your destiny. They want a chunk of it. This person wants, like, they look at you and they see the glory of God. And this person is like, I want that. I want that. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, when they were like, they were never happy with themselves or their life because they got self-worth issues. But this person looks at you and sees you happy and they're like, oh, hell no, I got to do what that person's doing. This person is a copycat. But they don't realize that trying to be a copycat to you is going to get them in some major trouble. Okay. Because where you work for your hard work, this person basically steals from people. This nurse also takes patients' medication. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? This could be one reason their children's getting taken, because they're getting high off of pain meds at work. Like, anyways, not dissing anybody that has to take pain meds. I personally cannot fuck with any shit like that because I have a medication that you cannot take any type of pain med except for like a Tylenol or an Aleve, which is fine for me because I don't like that type of crap. I don't like any type of downer type shit. No, I'm good. And then even the uppers calm me down. So it's just like, you know, I guess my chemistry is different. But what I'm picking up here is that you have created alchemical balance in your life. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You're a functioning person who has a lot to offer a man, a woman, whatever it is that you're into, a transgender person, whatever you're into. You have a lot to offer. This other person that sees that you have a lot to offer, they feel like you should stop everything that you're working on and include them to be a part of it so that this person can take part in the glory that God's giving you, or God's, well, basically glorifying through you. And this person's not understanding that the only reason that you're where you're at today is because you went within and you isolated yourself from people, places, and things that do not serve you. And this is why you're in the 10 of Cups. From the 8 of Pentacles to the 10 of Cups. That's a big jump right there. You're entering a period of peace and contentment. You're going to have long-lasting peace and long-lasting support and supportive relationships. Anybody that's made a commitment to you in business or in, I just heard real estate, maybe you're in real estate, whatever this is, it's going to be kept. You may be in the position very soon because of this 8 of Pentacles to purchase another home. Like, that's how much success is going to come from you following your joy and following your bliss and following the instructions that the Most High has given you, which is not, it's not going to, the instructions for me don't come through as like, step 1, do this. It just comes through as inspired action. That's all it is. And maybe sometimes some visions or clairaudiently some spirit guide suggesting something else, right? So what you're working on right now, make sure you just it's giving me when you take tests in school and they put those things up to make it a cubicle, just make sure that nobody's able to peek in on what you're doing, because this person's definitely trying to remote view you. They want to know where you're moving, what you're getting with this work you're doing, where you're going. And this person does want to copy you and do the exact same thing, but because they have children as a responsibility, this person would not be able to be as stable as you, or as well, it just wouldn't work for them because they don't have the gift. But literally, they want your stability to come to them. They want your finances to be 50-50 shared with them. This person has nothing to offer. They don't have any, they're like, why would you give something you're working on solely by yourself that has only to do about you and God? Why would you even allow somebody to come in and share in the benefit of that? Like, obviously, when people read or see your art or whatever this is that you're working on, when they experience it, they're going to receive the benefit of it. But as far as somebody coming in and wanting to share, this person feels like they missed out on an opportunity to take 50% of what you have. And that's the type of person you're dealing with here. That's very envious of you. They don't want to see you succeed because they can't just jump. This person can't get out of bed because of all the witchcraft they've done. They can't just jump in your shoes and walk around living life like they're you, pretending like they don't have children and a losing ass motherfucker to take care of, which this Knight of Wands has literally, this Queen of Wands has cheated on the Knight of Wands. Yeah, and you're getting the Six of Wands. And this is what they want. Out of all of the cards, the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands is what they want. This person wants your confirmation, your dreams to become their reality. And that is not what God has planned. God's like, absolutely not, no. This person might want to avoid arrogance at this time, okay? And avoid just being, this person's just very envious. And they're seeing that with the job that they have now, with the substance pill problem that they have now, substance abuse issue that they've got going on, they're calculating each day, how can I get rid of this man and these kids? Like, literally, not to unalive them, but how can I throw these children and this man on somebody else so that I can start to live life like the collective and then take on what the collective is doing and steal from them and walk in their destiny. And God is showing this person firsthand that that is not what they're supposed to be doing. That's why the Ten of Swords is here. Yeah, this person has been trying to do something to your ankles, to walk in your shoes. We rebuke it in the name of Jesus. We ask that the Most High God and the Holy Spirit intervene on that energy and reverse and return that witchcraft back to the sender, to transfer it back onto the person that's doing it. Because they are using a voodoo doll to try to steal your destiny, but this shit is not actually working in the way that they intended. You would have been completely crippled. And not only that, this person's also trying to take away your ability to procreate. Not only have they abused the gift of children that they were given, but literally they're trying to abuse you so that you cannot have children. Like, what type of crazy shit is this bitch on? They really need to get the fuck on with this shit. Nobody is going to respect this weird ass hoe for this. Like, literally. And this man, this Knight of Wands, told this Queen of Wands that they're fucking insane and that they need to stop stalking you and watching you and being obsessed with your destiny. 6, obsessed with your fucking money. Because these people are competing with you financially for some reason. And you can't compete with God's finances. Like, straight up, you have got the Ace of Pentacles, my dear, which means that you will always be taken care of in times of need. And this person does not understand how God supports you, how you have answered the call from your father, mother in heaven, okay? Your creator. You have answered the call. This is why you're entering into being rewarded public fame, recognition, and success, having money, getting to spend it, whatever. Like, literally purchasing a home. You've been working diligently, okay? This is why you're working for God. This is why you're so successful. One of the reasons, because you're also a talented person. But this person is a no talent ass having bitch. Like, seriously. They ain't shit. They know that that they don't have any type of talent or ability to do what you're doing. And so they tried to take on something that you used to do. Maybe you used to work in the medical field, or maybe you used to, do something. Maybe you used to work at a daycare, whatever this is. They felt like they took on your purpose before and that they can do it again. And God is stopping this person in their tracks. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Like I said, this person's in court with DCFS. They have to pay some type of court payment for neglecting their children. This person does not wash themselves. They don't have good hygiene. They don't have intuition, or they would have sniffed that while they're working behind the scenes to destroy your good life that God provided to you. This person's life was being destroyed by the devil. This devil energy that they were working with is basically being imprisoned here. The Eight of Swords is being restricted, regulations, not being able to move forward. This devil energy is not able to move forward. And furthermore, this devil energy is also not going to let up on these people because they called upon it. It wants its pound of flesh from these people. So yeah, this whole Eight of Swords, they were going to try to put you in jail. This Knight of Wands is walking away from this Queen of Swords because of what she was trying to do to you guys. Seven of Pentacles, because he warned her, like, dude, this is not going to work out in the way you think. You're not going to get what you want. This Seven of Swords turning the tables. The tables are turning in your favor. You're winning here. This person is not winning. They're a loser. They're basically a loser. And it does not surprise me that this person is in trouble for abusing and neglecting their children. It's just very sad. But it would be better if these kids were put into the care of, the grandparents or somebody else, okay? It would just be better. Because this person has no intention of honoring the rewards and the gifts and the blessings that God gave this person. They have no intention of doing that. They just want to look at your life and compete with you. And it's ridiculous, too. You're not this person's competition. You cut this person out of your life, and thank God you did, because they would have never stopped trying to steal your destiny and your fate. I'm not joking. This person's in a court case. They're losing a lot of money very rapidly, and they're about to be in debt when it comes to business. They're losing their children, is what I want to say. And if you've got kids, this person is like, how dare you still have your children? I'm going to do witchcraft on that. Like, okay, bitch, do witchcraft on whatever you feel you need to, but you will not be touching innocent children with that. The day and age where innocent children are sacrificed and all that crap, that shit is over. These people would not think twice to sacrifice their child energetically to the devil, to give their soul up to Satan. They wouldn't fucking think twice about that. That's the type of parents. You can't even seriously call these people parents. Because I know you guys would never treat a child this way. You know what I mean? Wow, the Hierophant. Look, that's the Hierophant and the Six of Swords. This person is about to be judged in a court of law, and they're not winning this court case. They may even have to do some type of parenting classes or jail time or anger management or whatever. They're going to be assigned some type of thing to keep them busy. God is going to make sure that this person is kept busy so that they can stay out of your energy, because they've been playing too many games. What else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Oops. That Jesus loves you. Basically, you guys are being redeemed from the pit that this person tried to put you in. Knight of Cups. Interesting. So, there may be a Knight of Cups that this person is also, this Queen of Wands is also sleeping with. Like I said, she cheated on this Knight of Wands person, and I think it's with the Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups could have been the one that turned her into DCFS. Literally. I feel like this person that she cheated with is the one that turned her in. That is crazy. How scandalous is that? Yeah, all over your foundation. This was all this is all happened. This would not be happening to this person if they didn't come for you. Had they not came for you, they would still be in a position to be a good parent and all that shit. But they are not. Page of Cups. See, this Knight of Cups has already raised a superficial child. Interesting. This could also be about child paternity. She doesn't know who these children's father is. That's a lie. Yes, she does. She does know. This person could have been your friend, your work colleague, your coworker at some point. Justice. You're getting justice. Literally, because of what she was trying to steal from you, these people, you're getting justice for that. These people are not going to be victorious. Also, if this Queen of Wands is pregnant, she might want to mind her own fucking business and stop trying to do witchcraft on you. Yeah, because you have the world opening up for you. You've got an entire community on the internet, in the world, that needs this work that you're doing. So this person cannot come and imitate it because it would greatly offend the Most High. Because you are the star, you're the chosen one, you're the one carrying the new Aquarian waters of this new age. And it's through this work that you're doing. This person wanted to compete with you because they have nothing. They look at their life and they see only lack and limitation. They don't see their children as the blessing that they are. This person knows that you are meant to be world-renowned star, and they want to be that. But their job is to be a mother and a nurse or whatever. It's not to be this great, innovative, starseed, inspirational leader that you are meant to be. Shamanistic healer. This person can't heal with anything within themselves. They literally have to walk away from this attempt to steal your fate and your destiny and to mess with your good fortune. Because you're completing your projects and you're not including this person. Maybe in the past, this person would have tried to talk you into including them in what you're doing. And because you cut them off, God is so proud of you and God is literally bringing you rewards. You guys are about to get some money. You're about to make some real long-lasting success here. And you got somebody pissed off and bothered about that. They can sense it. They can sense the good fortune coming in. I can sense it. I can feel it. It's a lot of good karma because you've done good things. 9 of Cups. You guys don't think about hurting other people. You don't think about like, oh, let me just not feed my kids today. Like, what the fuck? I mean, this person can't put a microwave meal in the fucking microwave. Like, what? There's no excuse for why you can't feed your fucking kids. And I'm not talking about people that are poor that are having a hard time feeding their kids. This person gets money from their job. Like, they don't have money problems. Okay. If this person needs food for those children, they could go to their mother and father and their parents would provide it. So I don't even want to hear it. Why they keep trying to judge you and, just be envious towards your wish fulfillment is beyond me, because this person will not be able to celebrate with you in the upcoming days. The Magician. Because your wish fulfillment is magically coming in. This person views you, as somebody who is extremely magical. Look at this. 5 of Cups in the reverse for these people. Dang. They feel emotional upheaval. Life seems unbearable to them. These people feel that they are getting separated from the one that they love. Maybe this person shouldn't have cheated on the Knight of Wands then. It says external events are stressful and out of their control. Disappointment and heartache will pass in time. You're dealing with somebody who's going through a breakup and they're looking at you like you are the fix to their problem. You are not. Disappointment and heartache will pass in time. Conflicting emotions make life interesting and ultimately will lead to personal growth and enrichment. That is what we can hope for this person, is that they come to God, repent for this dumb shit, and then be a good parent to these children that they've created, right? But again, they're in the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This person knows that you're in the Wheel of Fortune in the upright and they're in the reverse, which means they lack vision. They have an inability to move forward. What goes around comes around. That's what this person is experiencing is 8-8. If you're seeing 8-8-8, 4-4-4, 3-3-3, 2-2-2, this person is getting their karma. 11-11. You're going through an ascension. They're getting their karma. That's literally what this is. It's a reversal of whatever was being done. So this is talking about the past is catching up with them. Others plot revenge against them, aka this Knight of Cups. Past wrongs committed against others come back to haunt them. And what do we say in the title of this video? Oh, make sure you guys like the video. It would greatly help. Is that basically these people are being haunted by the things that they've tried to do to you. It says a project will fail or experience setbacks. If this person was trying to get a platform up or a book written or whatever this is that you're doing that they want to do, if they were trying to create that, it's going to not only fail, but it's also going to experience setbacks. This talks about bad luck must be endured and any actions are fruitless. That means there's nothing that this person can do to create fruit in the way that you do, right? Okay, then we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and that is fighting over profit on who gets credit on projects leads to failure. If this person's trying to live off of your intellectual property, they're being judged for that. It says, watch out for someone who is envious. Straight up says that on the card of the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Three of Pentacles is a soul tribe in the reverse. So this person does not have a community that backs them. Okay. Big difference between you and them. They don't have people that back them. It talks about selfishness and preoccupation with profit and personal advancement will prevail. That means these people are self-centered. Putting individual needs above those of the group dooms new projects. Conflict at work and at home. This person is about to be fired from their job. The Two of Swords. These people in the reverse, Two of Swords in the reverse. Two of Swords in the upright is being blocked, but Two of Swords in the reverse means that they're in an intellectual and a creative rut. They can't get a project going. This person doesn't have any good ideas. Their need for human interaction creates problems, and they trust the wrong people. This person trusted this Knight of Cups, and this Knight of Cups betrayed her and turned her into DCFS for basically putting the children in a room and locking them away without feeding them and shit while she has sex with this Knight of Cups energy. It says a good idea could involve you and others in a new project with a positive experience, but take a chance on a new adventure. That whatever this person has been trying to do to copy you, they need to do something else, is what that's saying. Then we have a King of Swords in the reverse. You are dealing with somebody who is a male that's over 40. This person conceals his emotions. And also somebody this person's sleeping with. A very intelligent but dangerous man, cruel and self-centered. He plots against you, sadistic, manipulative. And this is not against you. This is against this person. But it talks about looks out for only his own interests, watches out for only his own actions. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, which is the same person as the Queen of Wands. Well, this could also be, for some of you, this will be the Queen of Wands' friend. Okay, that is betraying her as well. But I get that she also holds this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse energy, which means in the upright, she wants to appear to be an attractive woman, but on the inside, she's broke and broken. It says opinionated woman, volatile, changing moods, narrow-minded and bigoted, unforgiving attitude towards those she looks down upon. AKA you. She's looking down on you. It says takes without giving, gives only when something is to be gained. She is strictly materialistic, and be suspicious of this woman. So you're being warned, okay? Not only are these people envious, but they're stupid. 3, you've mastered something when it comes to this person. You guys are moving forward. You're defending your energy and you're defending this work that you do. And this person wants to push you out of the way, but they don't have the authority to do that. Your Archangel Michael is protecting this project that you're working on, you guys. So just know that when this person comes in wanting to hack your devices and steal from you and blah, 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 that Archangel Michael is going to whoop that ass. Literally. And you're still being offered a cup of love from the universe. That's not going to be taken away just because this person is envious. And they mistake their opinion to be fact, and it's not fact. This person misjudged you. You're still a 9 of Pentacles, and this other person, they're in the 6 of Pentacles. These people are in the 6 of Pentacles. All of them are broke and broken, Empress, because you have gotten your shit together. These people, by you stepping in your power, standing in your destiny, and fulfilling the prophecy over your life that God has for you, it's put these people in the Tower and the 4 of Swords. And you fulfilling your destiny and what God's asked you to do is bringing in a new love union. And these people, you know, they didn't gain any wisdom from this entire experience. These people gained no wisdom. They didn't learn any type of lesson. They're being permanently put to rest because of their foolish behavior, trying to run around, stopping you from your destiny while they try to fulfill it. That is a stupid thing to do. So this person also knows that you're supposed to have a good love union coming in, and they want to destroy that, and they're not touching anything. Nothing that's yours is this person going to be able to touch. All right, let's get a conclusion and I'll let you guys go. So let's see. The Ace of Swords, you guys are protected. I guess that's a conclusion. Do not worry about this person and their attempts to slander you, to bully you, to attack you, whatever this is about. Let's get the likes up, you guys. Don't even worry about these people. You guys are going to be successful. You're going to thrive, and you guys are going to achieve the goals that you set out to achieve. Okay, this person just feels a certain type of way about that, and God does not care how this person feels. You know, they spent too much time up under the moon being real foolish as fuck, being real dumb. So wasting their time, staying up all night, doing witchcraft on other people, gathering together in covens, doing nonsense. This is what these people invested their time and efforts into. That's why they're the outcome of what they invested in is going to leave them fruitless, because they were investing in fruitless endeavors foolishly, thinking that it would bring them something good. You still have the inheritance that the Most High God gave you, the Four of Pentacles. That's not going anywhere. And these people can spy on you as much as you want, but it doesn't matter. The mere fact that you still have this divine soul contract. Now my right ear is ringing. So you're getting a lot of downloads right now about this person and these people. The fact that you still have this divine soul contract to use your abilities to help the world, this person is irked by that because they don't feel important. And in the bigger picture of things, this person is not important to the world. Three of Cups, literally. Your good harvest and abundance is coming in, and it doesn't matter how much spying or how many illusions they try to cast or project on you. You're not stuck in your dark side. You're not stuck in your shadow. And the whole thing about this is that this envious person is not going to be able to do anything to you because you're in your power. You're in your destiny. You fulfilled the prophecy over your life to complete this body of work that the Most High God is helping you create. This testimony that you have, you will share it. This person doesn't have a testimony with God. They believe that God's done them dirty by giving them children, and they don't even like acknowledge the gifts and the rewards that God gave this person, you know, in their life. And this person at one point wanted to be a parent so bad, and now they want to be what you are. And you could be a parent as well. Maybe this person envies your parenting skills. You know, they could very well feel a certain type of way about that also. But you're just dealing with people that wanted to steal from you. They wanted to become you, and then they wanted to parade around, you know, like they were you. And that is not what God has commanded this person to do with their life. Like, that's not what God's greater intention is for them. So these people are going to remain blocked. They're going to remain literally unheard and unseen by others. Okay. These people will not be acknowledged by spirit because of their envious nature. And these people are about to be thrown into so many negative situations that they're not going to have any time to breathe or like even take any rest. Basically, this person cannot rest because they're being hounded, you know, over the abuse and neglect of these children. And this person's also getting caught up for cheating on this Knight of Wands. And so, yeah, that's a whole nother court case that they're going to have to go through. So again, just know that there is nothing that this person can do to you to stop you from being successful. There is nothing that they can say to make you turn away from God. And just know that when you put your faith in God, you will always see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Please like this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. Again, I typed in the Steve Nobel Higher Light Decree Removing Black Magic. That's one meditation that you can do. The other one is still Steve Nobel, and it is removing the evil eye meditation. And it's a very short meditation. It's like 20 minutes. So anytime you feel that this person is sending you the evil eye, go ahead and do that meditation and then cleanse your energy, because evil eye is one of those vibrations that we can use sound. We can use You know, this is like black salt and hand sanitizer. But we can use things like of this physical world to get rid of that energy, because a lot of the times it's not somebody going, oh, I conjure up the evil eye. Or I don't know how they do it, but it's usually them just being envious and staring at y'all in a weird ass way. Okay. So please like this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. I love you. I love you. I love you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you guys for all of your donations, all of your support. And no donation is too small of a donation. And every donation goes to keeping this platform going. And I love you guys. And I'm so grateful that I have you. So thank you guys, and God bless you. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Peace be with you. Make sure you do those meditations just at your leisure, okay? And you will feel a big difference. All right. I love you guys too. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.